Okay, so today I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing for practicing for Zentangles. We're going to be doing something, it's going to look a little bit like this, and this is going to be a draw with me activity. So when I do something, you do it along with me, every single step, all right? So we're going to do this all together. First of all, you need a piece of unlined paper and a pencil. Then we need to fold our paper so we have 8 equal sections. We're going to do that by folding it in half this way. Remember, you are doing everything that I'm doing as I'm doing it, so you should have just folded your paper in half like this. And we're going to fold it in half this way. And one more time like this. If these folds are not perfect, no big deal. All right, do your best. All right, so you should have just folded your paper. Unfold it. And now we have 8 sections. Now with your pencil, in the top left section, put your name and today's date. So now let's go ahead and label our sections. We're going to label these with the basic motifs that we will be practicing. Remember, a motif is a very, very basic shape. So our first section here is line. Go ahead and write that. Then circle. Then half circle. Right? These are basic shapes. These are motifs. Then we have spiral and wavy line. Zigzag. And S-curve. I'll give you a second, make sure that you label each of these sections. So in each section, I will demonstrate the very, very basic examples of those motifs, and then I'll start to show you some variations. And I want you to do all of that with me. Then I'll give you, for each section, I'll give you a couple minutes to really experiment. And I want you to play with what you can do with that basic motif. I want to see if you can come up with something. And I'm going to be sort of experimenting too. You're certainly welcome to experiment on your own and come up with your own designs. So for line, basic line. Woo, that was tricky. Okay, so now what can I do with a line? Well, there's just one line. What if I did several lines? What if I slanted some lines? What if I slanted them the other way? And the other way? See where we're going with this? All right, there are skinny lines, there are thick lines. I'd like you to draw those, please. Now, I want you to experiment. I'm going to give you a minute to experiment. See what you can do with lines. Maybe alternate thick and thin. Maybe repeat some, maybe then repeat them in a different direction. Maybe you make some lines long and some lines short. So I'm going to experiment here. I want you to do your own experiments too. So you should be drawing right now. This is the experiment. This is the play stage. So at this point, you do not need to copy what I'm doing, because I kind of don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of just making it up. I'm just drawing lines and I'm trying to come up with like a pattern. So I'm repeating things. I'm not doing like crazy difficult things. I'm just drawing lines. That's cool. Kind of like a basket weave. You can also fill in things with lines. What if I just filled in these with little diagonal lines? Okay, you get the idea. Let's move on to circles. All right, circle. Boom, done. Easy. That's the basic motif. Now, you can do variations on a circle. You can do large circles. You can do small circles. You can do really tiny circles, and they turn into dots. You can do concentric circles. I want you to draw those, please. So now once you've drawn those, I'm going to give you a minute again, like we did with line, to play around with repeating circles, variations, and create a pattern. We're just playing right now. I'm not worrying about if my circles are pretty or perfect. That's not what Zentangles are about. Okay, so I did big, little, big, little. Remember, you are drawing your own experiment right now. What are you going to draw? What are you drawing in this section? I can't wait to see it. There. Circles. All right, let's move on. Half circle. It's like the letter U. Or variations could be upside down like that. Or you could squish it and make it like that. Or you could flip it this way. Or you could go this way. Or this way. So what do you think? Go ahead and do those. So now let's see, I'm going to give you some time again to come up with your own sort of repeated pattern using that basic motif. What can you do? Could I do this? So while I'm doing this, you're doing your own something with half circles in your section. And this is just experiment. Just do something. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's okay. We're just playing. Cool. All right, spiral. I love this one. So you can do spirals that are open. You can do spirals that are closed. You can do spirals that get squished, so they're long and tall. You can flip them on their side. And you can do square spirals. This is one of my favorites. So please draw those. So now what are you going to do with spirals? Again, I'm going to give you time. I want you to experiment here. I'm going to do my version, but I want you to draw your own. Experiment with spirals. Let's see. I kind of like the square ones. That's pretty neat. Cool. I like where this is going. I'm really interested to see what you do with this. Let's move on. Wavy line. All right, wavy line. Draw what I'm drawing right now. There's my basic wavy line. That's my basic motif. Pretty easy. Some variations. Make it super tall. Or turn it on its side. Please draw those. All right. Let's play around with wavy lines. This one could be fun. All right. So wavy lines, they do not need to be like all even. So what if we did wavy lines that were irregular? They just wave all over the place. That's kind of neat. Ooh, what if I connected them together? Oh, I love this. I'm just playing around. I want to see you play around too. Ooh, there, cool. All right, let's move on. Zigzag. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. There you go. There's your basic motif. Other variations. Make it super tall, kind of like how we did the wavy line. Turn it sideways, also kind of like how we did the wavy line. Please draw those. Now in this section, I'm going to give you time, like all the others, to really experiment. What can you do with zigzag? I'm going to make mine big. Remember, you're doing your own. And I'm going to stack another one underneath it. Maybe I'm just going to keep going with this. I don't know. We'll see. That's it. That's all I'm doing is zigzags. Are they perfect? No. Do I need a ruler? No. Doesn't matter. Rulers are not needed. What if I did a zigzag inside my zigzags? Uh-oh. This could get complicated. I'm just trying stuff. And I'm going to skip this one. Zigzag in my zigzags. That's kind of interesting. Neat. All right, S-curve. So, like the letter S right there, okay, S-curve, boop, looks like that. You can make it long and skinny. You can turn it on its side like that. You can make it sort of swoopy like that. These are the basic shapes. Please go draw those. S-curves are super fun to play with because you can do so many different things with them. So I'm going to experiment here. I'm giving you time. I want to see your own experiments too. S-curves. So maybe I will repeat some S-curves here. What if I sort of like reversed and connected them? Oh, look, I get waves. See? Basic motif. Oh, hey, Nora. Thank you. What if I sort of did an S-curve on its side? So as soon as Nora gets out of the way, you can see what shape it makes. And then what if I flip it? So I do like a mirror image, and I come down. Now I have that sort of bracket shape. Nora, you're not helping. Yes, I love you, Nora. Oh my. Nora, come on. You're ruining my video. Oh man. If you ever become a teacher, lock your cats up. All right. Well, clearly this video has gotten too adorable for its own good. So I'm going to stop it here. Right, Nora? There you go.